Okay, after I did Doom, Batman, I was going through my list of names that I had for other fights. And then I want to say it was Cinema Blend. They do lots of comic book stuff. It's normally a darkish gray background. Everything always kind of cut up with like little like midsection blurbs. And they had this list of like, I think it was like 20 really great DC Marvel fights. And one was like, Doom Sinestro. I was like, man, I feel like I've done that one. Have I done that one? Then I did look up Doctor Doom versus Sinestro, and there's my face. I was like, oh, did that one. Alright. Well, who else could I pick from the Justice League standpoint that would be a unique battle? Now, I'm holding off on a few of them, so it was like, my first thought was, man, you know, Doctor Doom, Martian Manhunter would be an awesome fight. And I was like, you know, that would be a great fight. Doctor Doom versus someone like Superman. Again, a really impressive fight. I've often thought if you were to universe swap Lex Luthor and Doctor Doom, Doom would be such an amazing villain for the Justice League, especially for Superman with this overall magical prowess. I was like, you know, even Wonder Woman would be a unique fight. There's so many really interesting matchups that Doom actually would have. And then I thought, wait a minute, we're talking Justice League. Doom Aquaman would be impressive with how often Doom has gone one-on-one and has been on the opposite side and on the same side as Namor. And I might even do Doctor Doom Doomsday. I know during the Amalgam time it was Doctor Doomsday, which I thought was awesome. Big burly gray guy, partial metal, just like Doomsday in like the green suit. Pretty sweet. And I was like, you know, who am I missing? And I was like, versus a Green Lantern works too. That's when it hit me. Flash. Flash is a very unique matchup. And of course I'm going to go with Barry. Barry is my Flash. He is a more popular Flash depending on when you've got it in the comics. So as always I do these in my basic 9 criteria. Intelligence, fighting ability, strength, speed, durability. This is how well do you recover. Invulnerability, energy projection, versatility, and X Factor. As always, if it's 5 to 4, a person with 5 more than likely is going to win. You can always argue that someone who has 4 has a chance of being the person with 5. If it's 6 to 3, there's very little option. So we'll get into this. Intelligence will be the first one I'm going to go with. Barry, forensic scientist, very, very intelligent individual. If you go back into some of the Silver Age stuff, his dialogue is very impressive. But he's taken on Doom. Doom, expert scientist. He's one of the smart people in the Marvel Universe. Great use of when it comes to celestial technology. Travels backwards in time. He also has magic, political knowledge, and is a master tactician. Sorry, it's definitely Doom. Fighting ability. You know, Barry Allen, not known that much for really great overall fighting ability, because he has a super speed to run with. Where Doctor Doom, very, very highly trained individual. He actually has been trained by super soldiers. That's just his way of making sure that his body is at a very, very fine fighting condition. Super strength. Again, it's going to go to Doom. Doom's suit, he's proven that he actually can hang pretty well with people in between Thing all the way up to Hulk, depending on, you know, how you're looking at this. Speed. Sorry, it's Barry. Barry is speed. Durability. You know, this is how much stamina do you have? And I was like, well, you know, Doom's suit allows him a very, very high degree of recovery. It has a lot of other attributes to it that allows him to survive in space, underwater. He doesn't really need air. Well, there's a lot of good things there. And I was like, but I'm going to have to go with the durability edge to Flash. Beyond Flash having super speed, it gives him also increased metabolism. Some people say he doesn't get tired. He actually can get tired. It just takes a tremendous amount of output to actually have him become exhausted. He also has a slightly elevated level of healing as well. Invulnerability. This is always a tricky one, because you've got to go intangible. So I don't look at intangibility as truly technically being invulnerability. Because if you're intangible, you're also not affecting your opponent. So they go, we have intangibility, tremendous amount of speed, which is great when it comes to dodging. If you play Dungeons & Dragons online, this is one of those huge things where it's, you know, You can be a character who's in low armor, who has high dodge, or you can have high physical resistance rating, which means you can take a shot, but you take it for less. And I was like, Doom has got the really impressive armor, and he's got the force field. Ironically, his kinetic force was actually knocked out a character of Hulk's level before, just by kind of having him run into the wall and just be knocked unconscious. Now we're at a versatility. Probably thinking, wait a minute, he's going out of order. Yeah, I am. Versatility. I sat back and I was like, well, Doom has got a tremendous amount of tricks up his sleeve. He's got the magic. He can summon the small army of mindless ones. He's got a lot of different attributes that he can pull from very easily. And I was like, Barry has all things related to speed. Whether it is the intangibility, whether it is the creation of essentially sonic booms, the creation of wakes, the creation of whirlwinds, tornadoes. I was like, I'm going to have to give a versatility edge to Barry. Barry is even actually shown the fact that he actually can take sand particles and form glass walls out of them. And I was like, plus some different tangibility, he's got a tremendous amount of skills that he actually can wield very effectively. Now we go with X Factor. This is an important X Factor. X Factor is going to go to Barry. Part of that is because what makes the Flash from Barry Allen so impressive is that he's a guy that you have to hit. And he's almost constantly moving. He doesn't stop very often. He is just constantly moving, constantly cycling an individual. So he's very, very hard to defeat with the intangibility, as well as potentially being able to grab Doom and run him through the Speed Force. There's a lot of things that he can do that Doom has never faced before. Yes, Doom has beaten somebody like Quicksilver. Yes, he's beaten almost every mutant simultaneously. He's defeated some very, very high-up individuals. But the one thing Marvel really lacks is a true super speedster. Which is seen Flash. I think Flash is going to have a very distinct advantage, being the fact that Doom hasn't faced somebody exactly like him. Doom's been close. When it comes to that kinetic force field, could Flash get through it? If Flash gets through that kinetic force field, he's going to destroy Doom pretty effectively. So now comes down to overall energy projection. What is the raw damage output we've got of these two guys? We're entirely tied up. And when it comes to just the raw energy and the raw destructive capabilities of the individual, we're tied up, 4-piece. I'm going to give it to Doom. A lot is because Doom is great when it comes to the one-shot knockout. I was looking back at some of his more impressive fights, and he has shown that he can take the energy out of the Beyonder. He's taken the energy out of Silver Surfer on several occasions. So he's been able to beat, yes, you might say he had prep, during the battle against Onslaught. Doom was there. Doom really didn't know that once they cracked the armor of Onslaught, he was going to become essentially a living energy being. Doom just happened to have a device to siphon some of that energy. He was like, I could probably use this later. I just say a little bit of this, then be good to go. He's an individual that even Thanos was like, I think I can use him to defeat this main bad guy in Marvel the End. Individuals like Kang have worked with him, knowing that he's going to betray them, because he is that good. When it comes to his raw energy abilities, he's got the magic. He's got the look which allows him to transfer his mind into somebody else. He's got pretty much borderline celestial tech that he's running with. He might not get that first shot in on Barry, but if Barry can't penetrate that force field, the first shot might not get him, but he might be like, oh, okay, my kinetic field can stop him. Well, that's not a problem. I just do a kinetic shockwave. Look at that. I was able to do enough to just knock his equilibrium out. Or he might go, he's traveling so fast. If I hit him with a little bit of this, might be enough to make him just accelerate himself right out of time. Maybe instead they go, you know what? I can summon an army of individuals that are going to just kind of slow him down enough for me to be like, I think I blow a hole in his chest. Just blew a hole in his chest. Alrighty. Man, I have no idea who that guy is. He almost gave Doom a rival. So if Doom were to take on the Flash, this is with no prep, two guys dropped in the middle of nowhere, with Doom having all of his normal Doom attributes. He stands a very good chance of beating him. Now, of course, people are going to say 5-4, but wait a minute, Flash would totally own him. There's the way people think that the Flash operates. You know, Flash isn't bloodlusted. Now, if he's taking on someone like Zoom, this fight's entirely different. I've got him currently fighting some of the heroes. I might go back in and fight some more of the villains. And he's already fought Lex Luthor. If he's taking on someone who's a little bit more ruthless, oh man, Doom Black Adam. Ooh. Guy who runs a country comes to a different universe, finds a villain who runs a country that he would want to. Oh man, that writes itself. Anyways, if Dr. Doom were to face Flash, I do think he has more than enough skill and enough attributes and enough gadgets at his disposal and techniques and skill that he stands a very good chance of beating someone like the Flash.